What is happening here? I see. Oh my goodness. You like the skeleton hair? Yeah? Okay. Well, you enjoy.
Hello everyone, I'm Steve. Mark's working late tonight, and this is Smokey, Steve, and Mark. Either welcome or welcome back, and happy Thursday. We're getting there. You notice even the skull has a costume on tonight. This was a Mondays with Mark project. Cat grass grown in a hollowed out skull from Dollar Tree. Very snazzy, I have to say, and just a little wink and a nudge. So I hope everyone is well. I hope everyone is safe. Look after yourselves, look after the people you care about, look after your mind as well as your body, because it's that time of year. The sun's going down earlier up here in the northern hemisphere. It's tough for a lot of folks. So keep it easy as best you can. And then there's like holidays coming. I don't even want to think about it. So just be here with us now, okay? So we're gonna pick up where we left off on our series Life After Caretaking. Should have been caregiving, I know, but we're just rolling with it because it's too late. Where we follow creator Cynthia Beaumont and her channel. Now, we started doing this series weekly right around when her late husband, Thomas Beaumont, passed away. He was very sick for, I'm going to say, about 6, 7, 8 months. After he was ill for a while, he was then diagnosed with cancer. She was his primary caretaker. A lot of people took issue, myself included, with the way that she was providing care for him. He passed away, and for the last 6 months or so, the channel has been her own. So there's been a variety of content in an effort to obviously get views and monetize and stuff like that. And Cynthia's been quite frank from time to time that, you know, she needs the money. She's been very forthright, in fact, that she needs the money, and that's why she would make so many videos, 4 or 5 a day, just bam, bam, bam. And anything was fair game for a video, whether it's scratching a ticket, videotaping the rain, videotaping, how old am I? Weather, like ASMR stuff, the cat's eating a lollipop, you know, nothing was too trivial to make it to YouTube. So that was where she was coming from. Now, things this week have turned a little different. They're a little different. She doesn't need YouTube anymore, it seems. You know, before when it was clawing at death and please watch my videos, now it's kind of like, watch it or don't. I don't care. So, let's see. Just looking at, and where we left off last week, there was also the clapback of the century, because Cynthia had come into some information that the person who she believed was stalking her was actually stalking her. The person who had left notes was actually identified and had come forward and said, yes, it was me who had done that. So she took the information and I believe probably decided that every conspiracy theory she ever had about anyone ever was true. So that's a very paranoid woman at the moment, probably. So there was a couple Dollar Tree videos this week, as you can surmise. She did go to the Dollar Tree again later in the week. What stands out the most this week are a couple things. One, the programming changes, and the other is the stock footage. She had said there's about 30 backlogged videos she had that she could throw up whenever, and she used a ton of them in the last week. There was not new content, really. Maybe a couple videos, 2, maybe 3, that were probably in real time, and the rest, she was elsewhere. That's kind of become the question. Where the hell was she, and what the hell has she been doing? Doesn't this make for good YouTube chatter? The question, you know, where is she? At the office? On vacation? Like, who knows? Who knows? At any rate, the videos that she did leave us with left a lot to be desired. 2 Dollar Tree beauty treatments. The Macy's Beauty Box is back. This is all very interesting timing. Her main source of income, her job, which was YouTube, that she was fighting tooth and nail, and I just need the money, and I just really wanted tomato sauce, and thanks for sending bologna. All of a sudden, don't need to do the thing that I was doing so desperately to pay the rent because it was my only income. And by the way, I can buy a lot more shit for myself now. Anybody who sends her a gift at this point that is not out of the kindness of your heart, but because you think she needs it, is an idiot. Is an absolute idiot. A generous gift, a birthday gift, an anniversary gift. I'm thinking of you. I think you would like this. I'm not saying gift giving is bad, but any gift given because they think that she's a poor, impoverished person at this point, you're being played. I think you're being played. Again, nothing wrong with sending Cynthia a gift if you're thinking of her and want to extend something, but if you think the motive is that she's hungry or that the lights are getting shut off, don't. When someone tells you they're quitting their job, the only job they have, and it's of no consequence and they don't sound worried, and all of a sudden they can light up more than one light bulb, she's not being honest. She doesn't need to tell everyone on YouTube her financial business, but you can read between the lines when someone is so vocal. By the way, I'll mention something later that stuck out about that. So, also, two skunks. We'll go through these videos very briefly. There was two skunks. She tried some Japanese treats, which sounded okay. Fan mail, and she got jewelry. A HelloFresh opening. I think this was from last year. I think it was a very long time ago. The HelloFresh boxes are what got me into her in the first place, because she would cook. And Cynthia would never follow recipes because she is Cynthia Beaumont. And Cynthia doesn't follow directions, despite I don't know who. She's cooking for herself and still won't, that's just how she rolls. But those were the kind of videos I initially fell into where I liked her. I'm thinking of doing a video sometime in the near future of the way we were, kind of, memories. Back when I used to like her videos and maybe try to pluck some out as evidence of, she used to be okay in my book. I still struggle with, was she like this all along and hid it for the camera? Or did she used to be a decent person and some shit happened and she's just come out rotten now? I don't know. Moisturizer review, Dollar Tree cat toys for the outsiders, single swag Sep unboxing. We're coming up to a point now where she's starting to talk a little bit more about what's going on. Her Facebook came down. Her Facebook page was gone. Or blocked. It was not there. And she blamed it on haters. Okay. Cynthia, I imagine, has several Facebook pages, and she may have one for Tommy. I've understood that there were accounts that are left up from her mother that she would tag and use, things like that. So Cynthia's not off Facebook, even if Cynthia Beaumont was off Facebook. Why is it not there? Where's my crystal ball? Ugh! It's got an eye on it. It's very small, but it's not the size that counts. It's how you use it. So I don't know. We can only speculate. This is kind of the direction we're going now. We can only speculate because there's an absence of information. I can kind of guess what's going on. I know what I think is happening, but based on what's in front of us, what is happening. I suspect, well, here's some possibilities. Was she advised to take her Facebook down? It doesn't look good for someone who's a stalking victim. To probably have pictures on the internet holding a butcher's knife with a Post-it on it. Early in the video, anyway. So, yeah, knives, people's names on them, threatening things. Everyone go over, they could use some friends, coded language. That's not as good. So it doesn't paint the picture of someone who is vulnerable and who has not done things on their own. Not that you can't be the victim of a crime and have done things yourself. I'm not, that's not the case either. There's people who have had sordid pasts and still been the victim of crimes. That, that can happen. However, some sleuthing has turned up, again, speculation, but current sleuthing has turned up no record of anything being filed in New Jersey or Pennsylvania. So that's, sometimes things are civil matters or they're criminal matters or they're pending. Sometimes people aren't forthright about what's going on. Cynthia said she had cleaned up a little bit because she had a Zoom meeting with a judge that was very quickly done after Cynthia received some information. And, well, I don't know. Can you even tell, like, when the full truth disclosure came out, and the beginning of telling the truth was Cynthia saying she lied about the note, How can you start a diatribe about how you're telling the truth by starting off with telling everyone you lied about something? That destroys trust right at the beginning. It destroys it right at the beginning, because that means that whole video was an Oscar moment. All the screaming, all the emotion, all the upset, everything about the police and that they did and they came and everything. It was all a big story. And it looked as believable as any of the other ones. So how do you know when a person's lying and when they're not? How do you know? She's pretty slick. You know, she's a pretty slick, you know, she's no dummy. She's no dummy. So there was nothing for a while. And then lo and behold, well, there was some cat lollipops thing and food. And after nothing, she's streaming one of her video games that she's playing. Now, I don't usually watch, I like video game stuff. I watch like run-throughs, usually the older games. I don't get into the newer, you know, games that are out there. I'm like an early 90s, late 80s kind of kid. Plus, I stopped playing video games once I wasn't a teenager because I was an adult. But nevertheless, there are adults that like video games, I understand. And I like the older stuff. She's into the newer stuff and she continues to keep up with it. And I know she's, all her hauls when she would go Black Friday shopping, she'd be switching up games at GameStop and getting them on discount and trading them back and getting them. And that's how that stuff rolls. But she never streamed anything on her channel, as far as I know, about gaming. And there's no narrator of her. There's no way of telling this was Cynthia, as far as I could see, except that it was on her channel. She streamed it 3 days ago. It has 1.4K views. I'm not sure who's watching it. This doesn't seem like it's the demographic of anybody on her channel at all. And I don't know. We'll talk about Cynthia taking her subs for granted in a moment, but I think that was, I don't know, she was probably trying something new. And again, I would love for Cynthia to be a gaming channel. Very little drama in a gaming channel. Well, every community has drama. There's probably gaming drama too. But then we get to the fall programming announcement. And an announcement it is. Well, first of all, I discovered something about Cynthia. I usually read her videos and don't listen to them because, you know, if you go into the comments section of any of her videos, she edits them, her channel, her right, but when you get rid of negative comments, it's not a comment section, it's a compliment section. You've basically created a list of compliments for yourself with nothing. You just want a list of nice things about you under your video. That's cute. That's nice. I like nice things said about me too, of course. But if there's other feedback that isn't just, you know, F you bitch, burn in hell. Like, yeah, I would probably delete that too. But, you know, there's no room for dissent in any of those places. I deal with the same thing. Chantal has a similar position. Yes, I edit my comment section. That means if you don't blow smoke up my ass, you're shaming me. It's a similar thing. So she's going to be posting less. So where does that leave us? I don't know. I don't know. Possibilities? Crystal ball. Possibilities. She doesn't need the damn money anymore, so she's not doing it. There's been speculation the whole time that at some point, that Tommy had life insurance, and that she was going to be coming into it at some point. The amount people have thrown out has varied anywhere from the tens of thousands to 200,000. I haven't heard of an amount higher than that. I don't know, because I didn't do a lot of research on the amount. It doesn't matter. I think she'll blow through it. She likes to shop. I always thought these scratch-off tickets were Tommy's fix, but apparently she likes them too. So, we'll see, I guess. But she doesn't seem to need the money anymore, because she's not making 5 videos a day and saying there's no food in the fridge and not caring about it. So, since she doesn't need it, and she doesn't need an audience, and she doesn't need to make the videos, bye. Bye, everybody. Other option. Is she being disciplined by YouTube for something? Did she do something against terms of service? One could make a very good argument, that her behavior over the last few weeks pissed all over the terms of service, and that there could be repercussions for that. Or that people outside of YouTube, who she may have mentioned, who she may have talked about, pursued it with YouTube, or outside of YouTube, the cease and assist letters, they may have taken that a next step and gone forward with it, which is their right to do. You know, we're all free we're free to say what we want, but we're not free from consequences of it either, in certain circumstances. So was she advised to take them down? Possibly. Um, or is there just some big stuff going on in her private life? And, her channel's maybe a part of it, so she's staying away from the channel. She have something else going on. Speculations included. Instability with her housing. That something could be going on with her living situation. People were speculating about some other stuff. She didn't leave a lot of live video out this week. There's nothing to say. Her last video was a big fuck you clickbait to not only her haters, but her fans. Laundry time, let's get it all out. It's an 11-minute video about nothing. It's about nothing. Nothing in there at all. She went shopping. She went out to lunch with Betty. They went to the Outback Steakhouse. No Burger King in the car for this girl anymore. Oh, she's cold. Send a heater. And this was the part that kind of threw me. Okay. So you decide you're not going to make that many videos anymore. This isn't even coffee talk, but... Oh. I took off work early to get to this. How can I put this diplomatically? She doesn't care about her fans, even though she kind of... they're friendsies, they're not friends. She's tried to make it politely put to them that she doesn't care about them. It's kind of like, I know you guys think you're my friends, but I don't think of you as friends. She's tried to say that nicely. And now she's just demonstrated how it actually is. People may be interested in how she's doing because she's had a long absence, and when you post 5 times a day, and then you don't post at all, or 1 video a day for a couple days, people start to wonder. So when you post a video, and you say, let's get it all out, clickbaity, it's YouTube. Okay, not mad at you, little slick, but it's okay. People expect they're going to kind of hear what's been going on, how have you been, not haters trying to troll, but people who care about you. I can't fathom, but people who actually like you, respect you, care how you're doing. There's names that there's like 3 or 4 women I can think of. I'm not going to mention their names, but you know who they are because they're in every comment section. And they care how you're doing. And basically, you tell them nothing. You tell them absolutely nothing. The people who want to know how you're doing, the people who sent you stuff, the people who sent you cards, who sent you comments, the people who sent you steaks, the people who sent bologna and cheese and cat food and cat litter and clothing and all this stuff because you were like, $3 from homeless. And now that you've come into maybe a little bit of money, it's like, well, I don't really need you guys anymore. Since I don't need this job, which involves talking to you, I'm not going to talk to you anymore. It's her, YouTube's her job, and she can run her business any way she wants. How she's treating her clients, if you want to think of viewers as clients, if she just wants to kind of shut the door and be like, hey, whatever, I'll see you when the money runs out, that's up to her. Again, I'm working from the premise because I kind of think that she's, comfortable at the moment for whatever reason. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. It's getting... last week I kind of said it's kind of hard because she's like towing the line between mentally ill and just obnoxious. Obnoxious I can comment about. Mentally ill, it's harder because there's an element there that it seems like she can't help it. Or she isn't well enough to understand the consequences of the choices that she's making. And some people would just call that stupid and immature, and it could be certainly all those things. In fact, it is. But also, does she even have the skills to navigate the world as an adult by herself? And does it feel okay with me to pick on those things? Well, she decided that this is the life she's going to live, and that she's not going to ask for assistance to really do anything. She is going to complain that she has none, but she's not going to ask for any. She expects them to show up because don't they watch her videos? You'd think she was like CNN. Like, you turn the channel, it's like ABC, NBC, Fox News, Cynthia Beaumont. Like the viewership is so big that anything she needs, people should just know automatically. I don't know. So in going forward, I think it's going to be spotty and hit or miss for a while. There's probably going to be another clapback-ish video because I think she likes to make them. I'm calling this all speculation because I don't know. We'll see. Popular theories have included all sorts of the things I mentioned here, and I guess we'll just see how it shakes down. I don't know. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I put too many years into this woman to not see how this all shakes down and see how this all pans out. As long as she continues to choose to put her life on YouTube, I will continue to choose to follow it until such time as it feels like I'm poking observations at a completely mentally ill person. Right now, she just seems a little self-centered, so it feels okay. But again, we'll see. So thank you all for watching. Please do subscribe. Hit the like button and the bell on your way out so you get the alerts. You can follow Mark and I on Facebook at SmokeySteveAndMarc or on Instagram at SmokeySteveAndMarc. Our email address and our contact info is all listed down below. Thank you again, and Mark and I will catch up with you tomorrow night. Thanks for watching. Bye.